Morning Thailand supported by Sea Thai Superwear. Wings Learning Circle. Customized English course for your business. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip, Golf, and Kun Shane. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Now, Kun Shane, I know there has been quite a bit of a discussion over the weekends in terms of not directly about what happened right now in current news per se, but obviously is reflect on the reform of the democratic or political system right here in Thailand date back since October the 14th.
Yes.
Right.
Before that, let's answer what Kun Tulip left off at the previous break.
Okay.
Thailand established the diplomatic relation with Montenegro.
Yes,
since
I want to
2007.
Right.
Okay.
But we do not have an embassy there. What we conduct is through the one in Budapest.
Okay.
And since 2007, there is a rumor that Kun Thaksin Shinawatra, the former prime minister, has bought an island at Montenegro. But it is just a rumor.
Right.
This island has been called Hawaii of Montenegro.
Wow, that's
So-
got to
Okay.
be quite important island.
The rumor is about buying of the island, but the island is for real.
Yes.
The island called
Correct.
the Hawaiian of Montenegro.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. For the panel that happened on the past Saturday, it is called 40 years from October 14. Time to reform. They say reform
Three times.
which really reminds us of the thank you 3 times. Anyway, the speakers at the conference were Kun Pongthep Kanchana, the deputy prime minister, Kun Dida Thawan said, the chairwoman of UDD or the red shirt, Kun Sombat Buнгam Anong, the red Sunday leader by default. The reason I call him the leader by default because he called himself Gannon. Not Gannam. Gannam is Thailand is the leader.
Right.
But Gannon, he said, is more like horizontal line, while the leaders implies vertical line that has hierarchy. So he explained that his style is more encouraging people to participate in the movement without having to fight for leadership.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last one is Kun Anusorn Thamachai, Dean of the Faculty of Economics at the Rangsit University. I got this information from Prasha Thai website who summarized the talk, and I will take some points out of this for our discussion today.
Right.
The first one, Kun Pongthep Kanchana, he mentioned that for 8 years, which means after the coup, we have seen changes from having the 1997 constitutions. He said it is not the perfect one, but it is one of the best. Actually, I quite doubt.
You might not agree. You don't have to agree with what he said.
We still on development of the full
All right.
democracy.
But he said, unfortunately, we got the coup and we have got the evil descendant constitution of 2007.
Okay.
The democratic constitution cannot grow from authoritarian regime, according to Kun Pongthep, not me.
Right.
And he said, even for the fact that the government at that time did the referendum, it did not count. Because at that time, the government and the country was under the authoritarian regime, not the democratic
So
one.
Kun Pongthep has a very strong mind in this particular case,
But
obviously.
isn't every country before they become democratic, all this rule came from dictatorship?
That's why I said it's opinions, you know.
Right.
You don't have to agree.
No, I'm not.
For the second one, Kun Thida
Just
Thawan said
confused.
it has been 40 years from, she said it had been 40 years from the event of October 14 of 1973,
Right.
which means the world has changed a lot. She said we have seen scientific, social, economic, and political changes that results in people change as well.
Okay.
So for her point, the economic is globalized, but the political structure itself it did not.
Fair
Right.
enough.
So she said we need to ask ourselves if it is the time to reform already. And then she said it is not only about the reform panel that we are kind of putting our focus on,
Right.
because for her, people who have power in their hands must reform themselves too.
Agree.
Interesting. that
Which
Kuntida said
I
that.
would not go into detail.
Right.
And I quote Kuntida, it is not only about Thaksin and Prem. Even if we take these two into a capsule and shoot them out of the country, the
Wow.
problem will still continue. Again, I quote her.
Right.
It's not
I
my
did-
opinion.
I didn't realize that this political conflict we're having, it's only because Thaksin against Kun Prem.
All right, and
Until she said it.
she kind of proposed her, not her, the red shirt school as an option, which
Right.
we already went into detail weeks ago. The third one, Kun Sombat Bungamanong, he explained that the nature of Thai politics is very centralized, whether from election or high-rank bureaucratics.
Right.
And he talked about the Ahmad against
The elite.
Yes,
Right.
against politicians. He said when these two sides of power clashes, we need to see which one is more legitimate in each case.
Okay.
Many events in Thai history, people who have power have to share with demanding groups such as the Siamese Revolution in 1932, which changed how power operates in this country, or the October 14 itself. And even in 1992, the middle class movement. He suggests that the argument has not changed from with them or with us to the democratic culture building. So he implies that in our country, everyone cannot debate. So what we should do is to build the culture of democracy.
Right.
And the last one, Kun Anusorn kind of emphasized on justice when talking about the economic reform. So he talked about land reform, tax reform, and social welfare reform. So I would say he emphasizes pretty much on how we have to see the poor people into the table as well, not just the
Right.
elites.
Right.
So we just have to hear more from all sides.
Right.
Yes.
Talking about
And-
equality in politics.
And in terms of like be able to be at the same level to debate too.
Yes.
Because oftentimes we see a lot of people when sometimes you're a little bit more educated, you ended up use a lot of theories to talk to the people, and sometimes it is necessary to use theory, but sometimes it is necessary
not-
to use like
Right.
experience as
Sometimes
well.
it's not practical.
Exactly. So, for example, if people say that we do really affect by the changes in increasing prices and such, and it's affect in different way, maybe even if economically in the long run, you might feel like it would create more money and revenue into the country. It might not be good for people at this time to face it, because we have seen, like I have seen firsthand, I have suffered from
Expressway.
exactly. Well, a lot of increased prices.
Seriously, expressway is just only 5 baht a trip, but you have to take 2 trips a day, so
Exactly.
it's 10 baht a day for 30 days.
Well, that's
a
the
lot
thing.
of money already.
You don't just pay one gate either. Is increased, a few of them. So that means that if you have to, if 2 of it that you take increase 5 baht, that's 2. That's
20
10.
baht each day.
Exactly, and 20 baht each day make that
You
calculation.
deserve some passion.
Well, I think a lot of people are a lot more like not just the expressway, because obviously if you can pay for expressway, you're a little bit better, well off than taking the buses and such. But don't forget, bus
Correct.
system here is not that great either.
Okay. Anyway, it's
Gotta
the
go.
end of our show, and I said anyway so much that some viewers said, please Kun Tulip learn to stop saying anyway. I'm
right.
trying my best to say it less, but at the end of the week, if you can tell us which of the day I say the word anyway the most this week.
Let's end this episode.
Yeah. So we're not gonna do that competition.
No, I have some reward for you. I really do have
All
some
right.
prize
So,
for you.
thank
Just
you.
email us
Yes.
for your comments and the answer by Friday to morningthailandshow@gmail.com. And you can watch every episode playback on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/morningthailand. And check out our Facebook, facebook.com/morningthailand. And thanks our sponsor,
Jasper for these lovely tops, as well as Royal Ivy Regatta, and Sea Thai Superwear Quality the World Trust, and Wings Learning Circle customized English course for your business.
and that's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and see you again tomorrow 6 a.m. on MCOT World Morning Thailand. I am Tulik Nak Sompop.
I'm Wanasong Kra Hong.
เชนจุนทสุทธนากุล
สวัสดีค่ะ